So, in team building, it's all of our responsibility to be a part of the team. And you've got to be a team player. It's the individual's responsibility to know the goals, to know the playbook. How do we, how does Golden Streets Mining, how does our TV show work? So if you're going to be a successful team, you have to communicate to the team, what are the rules? What are the plays we're going to live by? How do we train them? And they have to live up to the rules. They have to do the training, and they have to take it seriously. So in order to be a successful team, you have to find individuals that are team players. And then you have to, just like any team, you have to practice, which is training. You have to build each other up. When somebody's down, pick them up. It's not just the leader's responsibility. It's every individual. And if you develop that family, that team setting, then people know the rules, and then they play by those rules. So it's leadership's responsibility, but then leadership also has to listen. If a coach is old school coach that, by God, I did it this way for 15 years. Well, maybe for 15 years you did it the wrong way. It doesn't fit now. So a leader has to be flexible, but then the people also have to be, individuals' responsibilities. They have to adhere to the rules, but yet be brave enough and bold enough to speak up and say, hey, what if we did it this way? So it's top down and from the bottom up. It works both ways. You have to have that communication go all up and down, and that's how you become a successful team. So it's all of our responsibility to continue to be successful in this team.
What does it mean to be all in?
Well, with our latest TV show, it's called Dave Turns Lost Mine. And we have the attitude of all in. And when everybody's all in, you're going to be successful. Again, it's all in, and it's not just all in for the success of getting a lot of gold. That's not what we're about. To me, all in means you're all in as a team and members of the team, and also all in with each other. It's hard to explain, but if one of my guys is having a problem or an issue at home, and that detracts from being all in here, we have to address that. And so every morning, again, I overemphasize this, every morning we have a meeting and we talk about a lot of stuff. And really only about a third or half of it is about the work. We're asking questions about your family, your children. Are you paying the bills? Can you pay the bills? When the wife has a broken down car and he's not there to fix it, you got some problems. That guy's not all in for that day. So how do we fix that? And we fix it as a team. I'll say, look, take an hour, go do your phone calls. Let's take care of this so that you can be all in. So all in is not just all in to, win a game or to make a lot of gold. All in to me is taking care of each other. And not only, and it works from the top down and the bottom up. There were times when I failed as a leader in gold mining. I got them on bad ground. And guess what? When I'm making decisions, it's not affecting just me and my wife and our money. But you think about it, if my guys aren't getting gold, their wife's not very happy because they're not going to pay the bills. So the decisions that I make affect those families. And I've had times where I've taken the burden and the weight and I felt it. And I'm like, I get depressed. But I tell you what, when you're in a team, those guys have come alongside of me, picked me up, dusted me off, said, get back in the game. And that's a team. And that's when you're all in, is when I'm not only picking up the guy that's at the bottom of the huddle, but they're also picking the coach up or the team leader. So to me, that's all in. When everybody's all in for each other, it's not just all in to win a game or to get a lot of gold. It's all in as a family.
I would assume that goes into the other part of individual responsibility, which is speak up when appropriate. Being bought in enables others to do that.
Yeah. So, I want somebody to speak up when it's appropriate. There's times when it's not appropriate. Like if you're busting ass to finish a job or finish a cut and there's time crunch, let's talk about, fixing things and changing things once we got a little bit of time. But I want that. I embrace somebody that's got a better idea. That's what it's all about. If that person that's, doing the work, digging the dirt, loading the trucks, he's got a better way to get a truck in there, bring it on. And then it's the leader's responsibility to weigh everything out, right? Somebody has to make a decision. Somebody has to call the play. That quarterback has to call that play. Maybe he didn't like the play the coach, brought in, but somebody has to make that decision. And ultimately it's me, like we're on a job site, but I have to listen. If I empower, encourage, and embrace those guys for bringing it, it brings in the team. Then you're part of a team. It brings in that all-in attitude, is that if they can speak up, I listen, and then I put it into practice, you're buying all in.